Words we have all heard before. Fake it until you make it. The first time that I heard these words were in a really stupid context. I was talking with my girlfriend at the time, and she was saying to me that she was going to these fake tanning rooms till she got tanned enough from the natural sun to match up to me and to be me. We were competitive about it. I was quite tanned back then. And then she used the words, "I'll fake it until I make it." And hearing this for the first time, I thought it was ridiculous. Until I started thinking about it a bit more, and I started hearing in other places, in other people. And I realized that I did the same thing with my own life. In England, we have a thing called MCS. It's a youthful summer camp program thing. In high school, before going into college, I was this introverted person. I'm still introverted, but I was shy. Introverted does not mean shy. Introverted means you get your energy being alone. So this is how I get my energy, being alone, not with others. I always have a great time with people now, but I was very shy back then. I didn't, however, let this shyness come to light. With my friends, I acted like I was kind of confident, but in reality I wore a mask and I was not being my true self, as per se. As I started this summer camp, only a few people knew me, and I wasn't with my family or anything like that. And so I decided to try being my ideal self. A self that I was more happy of being, more happy of living. I wanted to be more energetic. I wanted to get involved with others more. I wanted to get rid of my mask and embrace life head on, right, with my chest against it. I wanted to be more physical. So I started doing all of these things with people that didn't have any bias about my character, as they had never met me before. What this allowed is that though I was quite out of the ordinary, they didn't think I switched up my way of being, but rather that they just met somebody that was quite unique or strange. Because of this, and redefined my identity super quickly. And then after this, I went into college with some friends that were from the summer camp, new friends, and some people from school. And yada yada, I became a whole different person. But as I was in the summer camp, it's like I flicked a switch. You could say that I faked it, right? Because it wasn't really me, it's just like I decided to one day be completely different. But I made it, and eventually I became that person. And now I am just naturally a very affectionate person that likes, physical touch, that likes, being friendly with us, giving compliments, and that doesn't hide behind a mask. And so the other day, I had a bit of inspiration to make this video. As I laid in bed at like 1 a.m, when you get one of those nights when you want to conquer the world and you just can't shut your eyes and stay put. You're rotating left, you're rotating right, you can't seem to find the right position to sleep well. I was restless and full of life, so I got up and I started writing some stuff for the video. And I wrote this on my whiteboard. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. In big letters, become your ideal, and then in brackets, what is it and how do they live? So as I was laying in bed, I thought to myself about what my ex-girlfriend had said, fake it till you make it. And then I thought, I want to be a man that's more intrepid, that's more loving, more passionate, right? I want to be able to penetrate the world with my gaze alone. And I thought, okay, what's keeping me from being that way? Of course, it's not as easy as deciding to just do it, right? We have our fears. But when I went to the summer camp, I flicked the switch because I was ready to flick it. But either ways, I could have done little by little. So what if I did little by little? What is your ideal person, your ideal character? What is stopping you from becoming your ideal person? Don't base it upon any other character that you know online or anything like that. You can take inspiration from some traits, but as you visualize that person that you want to become, take maybe traits that you like because they took traits from other people and shape them around what you will look like, around your vessel, and give yourself that face, give yourself that soul. Add characters and add colors to it, but your ideal is you. As I proposed to myself what my ideal looked like, I thought, when I couldn't sleep and I was like there at 1 a.m. fucking shadowboxing in my room, I decided that the next day I will be more loving, more open, more grand. So I was having a little meal with my grandma that very same day. So I tried to put it to practice. I tried to love people more. My little cousin was there, which I loved a bit. When I embraced her with love. When I embraced my uncle, I embraced him with love. When I greeted my mom, I greeted her with more love than ever. I ask questions deeply and truthfully. How are you? How was your day? Are you feeling alright? I want to become more like this. I will encourage you to visualize what your ideal would look like. What they are. How do they live their life? What they are passionate, they are loving, they are charitable, they are ingenious, they are this, they are that, right? And then become that avatar. Become that best self that you want to be. Become your ideal. Perhaps it will start off as a lie. Perhaps you will be full of fear as you are doing some things. Perhaps you will smile and say, it's fine, I am here. But truthfully, you are scared and you want to run away. That's fine. Obviously, if it gets too much overbearing, do take some precautions to not drown yourself and to not lay too far beyond your edge. However, lean beyond your edge and accept the horizon as it comes towards you. As an actionable plan, what you could actually do right now in this video, not just watching and then clicking on another video and then clicking on another video, actually do something, right? You could get a piece of paper or open your docs up, your notes in your phone, and say, alright, what does my ideal look like? And how can I get closer to becoming that ideal? What actions does that ideal do, perform? How does he affront life? What values do they have, right? How can I be more like that? How can I make that vision that I have in my head come to light? How can I be that light? You don't need to get a perfect description now, but if you get like an overall gist of how it would look like, good. You can keep on as you progress towards that identity, as you get more, let's say you want to get, let's say something similar to me so that it's easier. Let's say you want to become more loving, let's say you want to become kinder, you more charitable, this and that, more religious, whatever. Start doing these things. As you become more like that, more of the ideal of that vision that you have will be more precise, right? You become more clear what they look like. You get closer and closer and you'll be like framing in, zooming in into a silhouette from far away until you see it up close and you realize exactly what they look like. You know them from tip to toe to head. And finally, don't overthink it with things like, am I being fake right now or whatever? No, you're trying to become your ideal self. So clearly you're trying to become better, right? In your efforts to become better, what, are you going to fret over the fact that you're being not your real self? What's your real self then? The worst version of you that you are less satisfied with? No, right? So don't think about these things. Focus on becoming that ideal. Little by little, you become a person that, bro, you're ideal, that you are proud of, that you think, wow, this is a formidable man. This is a man we ought to become like. And lastly, repeat it like a mantra in your head. It will be good advice, really good advice if you follow it. Repeat it. What does my ideal look like? What would they do in this situation? What would they do? Right? I've got the way of the superior man over there. And before I realize these things that I'm talking about now, I would say that for a lot of the things that would come my way, a lot of problems. What would the superior man do? What would the superior man do? And I'll get my answer. But now I have an ideal, which I'll be getting closer, more precise to. And that is exactly what I'm resorting to now, rather than something that's outside of me. And lastly, I'm rooting for you and I believe in you. Strive to be 1%, join my Discord. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love. Quick reminder to fix your posture and take deep breaths into your diaphragm from your nose.